Hey, I'm gonna run down this real quick here because Katie and I were actually on the phone bouncing some ideas, and this is the way our current community center kind of looks like. This is not perfect, but you got a bathroom here, you got a bathroom here, you got a back door here, you got a wall here, and you got this open area here, and you got a counter here. You got an island there, and you got counter space that comes around here, and of course your stove and your fridge. Okay, we all tracking, right? We're good with that. Okay, that's what we got now, and the idea is we're tore the bathroom out of here, and we've got we put the refrigerator here, but Darren says it's a little small, so maybe it doesn't open. Maybe the door only opens like this, as opposed to being able to open up all the way, which was fine. That'll work. But here's the idea that Katie and I were kind of bouncing around because people really got me thinking about the cupboards and how bad a shape they were in. What if we, and this was actually Katie's idea, but I'm kind of growing on it real fast, is we tear out this wall. And that would force us to replace the cupboards, which is what we want to do. Tear out's always cheaper than expanding or moving things. And we can widen this. And now it's all one open area where you can flow through. And now you can take your island, you're going to lose some counter space here, but you can take your island, make it narrower, and make it longer. Keep the refrigerator here. And here you'd put a cupboard. Okay, so we're going to switch to a clean piece of paper here, okay, and go back to our picture. So here's what the new concept would look like. All right, and then we get rid of that wall. And obviously you still have your countertop here. You've got your fridge back over here because this was a little tight over here. And you have your griller, and you have your stove. And then you have your sink and your cupboards, if you can afford any, or countertop, whatever you can get back here. And then what you do is you can make your island skinnier but longer. And so now you've got a really, really easy flow here. You don't have to redo any electrical because all you're doing is tearing out. You're going to redo the floor anywhere. You can keep your header right here and cap it off because obviously it's a wall, because you don't want to have to redo and reconfigure your ceiling. So you have to come up with something. That way it may look a little funny, but that'll be okay. We'll make it work out. And then, like I said, over here, you can just put a set of cupboards that you are losing over here. So these would be, maybe it looks like one of those, either a big cupboard like that, or maybe it could be one of those deals where you've got a little counter space, and you got cupboards like that, and maybe cupboards like that, or something, some sort of like a hutch almost. It could be any configuration you want, and there's almost like a closet. And so a lot of your stuff you can put over here. Still have your storage under here. You'll still have your storage under here. And you'll have actually more storage here because you've got a longer island, or potentially more storage here because you got a longer island. That makes sense. So that's what I'm throwing out. I think this is a cheaper floor plan. We'd actually force ourselves to get new cupboards, which seems like everybody would love to have new cupboards. We're going to redo the flooring anyway, so might as well do the flooring. And this flooring doesn't have to match this flooring. So we can actually do this and cap that flooring off right here on the edge and start new. And if we can find, if Scott's got enough of this flooring here that he took for the historical society, we can just have him redo that floor and that, because that stuff looks good and it looked nice. And that way it wouldn't look so funky when we transition this part with a different kind of floor someday. But I guess it depends on if he's got that stuff or not. So anyway, that's the pitch I've got, and that's based on some conversation with Katie. I think this would be cheaper than tearing out this wall and moving it. And I think it'd be a good use of this space here. So that's it.